Hello, it's Dylan from H2O Escapes, your cruise specialist. Over the last few days, I have been posting about group trips on the Facebook group, and we have one group that's forming. We got 3 rooms confirmed and booked right now, with 1 more on the way. So I thought I'd just kind of go through that group booking and explain what it is, see the prices it is, just to make a video and put it out there, just so if you'd rather watch a video than just reading information. So let me just change this here. So again, I'm the group administrator for the cruise ships, tips, tricks, and reviews for Canadians. I'm a travel advisor, travel agent. So I do sell mostly cruises. I can also help out with like land trips and train trips and stuff like that. But 99%, 98% of my business is actually just cruising, because that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I like. So I run the cruise group. Hopefully it's just trying to share some information, but I also post deals and all that kind of stuff. I want to get into more groups. So I was contacted with a potential group for next year. I posted about it. A couple of people are sharing interest. So I'm saying, hey, I'll just make some videos. So it's on the group here. If you scroll down, I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but it's the one that looks like the ship here. So what it is a group booking on the Odyssey of the Seas doing the Mediterranean in 2027. Okay. So I have made, there is a link you can follow and see all the information on the trip. So this right now is what you would see if you're going to book it with me in part of the group. So right now with the group, no matter what room category you pick, I can get you $50 onboard credit, USD, additional on top of any other deal you're going to find out there. On top of that, I do have secure pricing and locked in pricing, which is a lot better. I'm going to show you in a few minutes, than what you can book online. Right. And there's 2 different balcony categories, one interior balcony. Unfortunately, or good, whatever way you want to look at it, is these are only based on tour rooms. So Royal Caribbean, when we pull groups, it's based on tour room. So if you have a family of 3 or 4, sometimes it's actually cheaper to book 2 rooms for a family of 4. And I've even seen it where it's actually cheaper to book 2 rooms of 2 for a family of 3, even though there's no 4th person even coming. So what it is this is a thing called Turn. If you ever booked a cruise with me before or are new with me, what happens is once you go do the booking, I create a profile for you, and then we add all the information into this program, and you can go in here at any single time and check out the cruise itself. So I just got a disclaimer in here. This is just information. Anywhere you can see this load more or read more, you can always click on it, and it'll just show you more information on your trip. All right. So this is just saying like, hey, I'm a real person, and I put this together. But the actual cruise itself. So the cruise is going to be Royal Caribbean. So with Royal Caribbean, including the prices, is the cruise fare plus all the taxes and fees. What's not included, besides like transportation to the ship, right? You have to get to the ship. Going to Europe, I suggest going at least 1, if not 2 days, or more earlier, just in case of flight delays and all that. But so it's included the cruise fare and the taxes. What's not included is your transportation and your trip, hotel stays, drink and Wi-Fi packages. If you want a drink or Wi-Fi package, that's going to be extra, and your gratuities. So on the ship, if let's just say you don't drink, you don't need Wi-Fi on the ship, normally the minimum only extra thing you would have to pay is your gratuities. If you want to drink a Wi-Fi package, I tell people the drinks package, alcohol package is about budget about $100, $110 Canadian per person per day. It's definitely not the it's not the cheapest thing out there, but it is they do make pretty good drinks, right? Now you have to remember, this is a very port intensive itinerary. When I say that, what it means is, unlike the Caribbean, when you go over to the Mediterranean, because the ports are so close, you're almost doing a port every day, right? So, and you're also at the ports longer. So if you're going to spend $100, $110 a day per person, right? 2 in a room. So you're talking about $200 a day on a drink package. It's nice to get all those drinks, but are you getting your value for your money? So it's something that you will have to talk with your travel partner and take the value. Is it worth it to us, or is it worth just paying per drink, right? So the Odysseys, so I've been on the ship personally. It's one of the Quantum class ships. So you can see, if you ever get onto this link here, you can learn more. You can watch information on the ship. Different stuff about Royal Caribbean, right? Odyssey of the Sea, so it has the North Star there, which is the guy at the very top, right? And just different pictures of different rooms and all that, right? And there's over 66 photos in here, so feel free to look at photos. There's deck plans, talk about stuff about the main dining rooms, specialty dinners, meals, flow riders, so the surf simulators, Ripcord iFly, so they had the skydiving simulator there too. A lot of this stuff's included in the price, okay? Kids areas, you name it. This one example I have, I'm showing it on the screen right now. I just did a mock booking. So this one was me if I wanted a balcony. So if I did do a booking, all right, I can go in here and say, okay, this is your room. Here's confirmation numbers, all that fun stuff, and talks about information on your room. Great. Now, the big question is, where is this cruise going? Okay, so it's going to start in Czechoslovakia. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong, but it's pretty much Rome, right? So you can take a couple trains to get to the cruise port, but it's pretty much Rome you're going to be flying into. Again, if you're going to be flying in a couple days early, right, you can go see stuff like the Colosseum, stuff like that. All right, you're going to visit Santorini, right, in Greece. All right. Inside this, again, if you get into this form, right, add additional port guides, right? So there's information you can click on here as far as average temperatures, what you should be wearing, places you can walk to, top highlights, stuff like that. All right. Grassy, Turkey, you're going to visit. All right. You're going to visit Mykonos. All right. Naples in Italy. All right. And then back to Rome. So it's a 7-day cruise. Okay. Now, Dylan, how much is it going to cost me? We're really interested in doing it. Okay. So this is actually my live booking engine. This is how, when you say, hey, Dylan, let's book a Royal Caribbean, let's book a celebrity trip, I go on here and I make the actual booking. Okay. Okay. So again, just to show you guys nice and easy what this is. So again, starting in Rome, cruising, day 1, Santorini, Ephesus, right? Mykonos, Naples, back in Rome, right? So it's October 17th to 24th, 2027. If you need any of this information, let me know. I can always send it to you. Okay. So again, this is based on 2 a room. Okay. So right now, if you want an ocean view balcony, okay. So if you guys can see, if I zoom in a bit, there's 4D and a 2D. Now, the only difference between the rooms is where on the ship they're located. The 4Ds will be more towards the outside of the ships. They're all on the outside of the ships, but towards the front and the back of the ship. Well, the 2D be a little bit more central, right? So it depends. Does that really affect you? Do you really care for the cost difference? Okay. As of right now, my 4D pricing is $4,162 Canadian for 2 people. And again, that includes all your taxes and fees. Okay. If I keep zooming in and zooming out so you can see more. If you were to go on Royal Caribbean right now on their website and book it, again, so my price is 4,162. You would be paying 5,812, so over $1,000 more. So that's a benefit of booking within the group. These locked-in pricing, you're saving almost $1,000 right off the bat. Okay. Plus, I can get you that $50 onboard credit per room. If you want the nicer room, as I was saying, it's 4,212. Right. So $4,212 for 2 people. Right. This is not per person. This is for 2 people. If you were to book that one online, it's 5,871. So that's almost, what's that, $1,600 more. So it's substantial savings. Okay. Now, if you're just trying to do bottom of the barrel, hey, Dylan, I want to get on this cruise. I don't mind interior room. What else do you have an option for me? So what it is I actually pulled a secondary group here where I do have access to interior pricing. Okay. And interior rooms are $3,022, right? So that's just over $1,500 a person. You can be on a Mediterranean cruise on a pretty good ship. Now, what else can I tell you? If you're booking one of those 3 room categories, it's a refundable deposit. What that means is that you book it today, it's going to cost $530. So for 2 people, the deposit is $530. You put down your $530, and then let's just say 6 months from now, you find out, hey, I'm having another grandchild, or my husband's changing a job, or medical issues comes up to that final payment date, right? And the final payment date is July 19th, 2027. You can cancel and get all your money back. Okay. If after that time, so say you have to book it and cancel in August next year, you go into a cancellation schedule. So you would have to pay 25, starts at 25%, then goes to 50%, 75%, 100%. I can talk to you about that. It's also strongly recommended you get insurance for anything on top. So yeah, those are the pricing. So as far as the group, if we get 8 rooms or more booked on this, so again, we already have 3 booked. 4th one is pretty much guaranteed to go. The mom, grandmother is on the coming, and then there's another room's going to book with the family. If we get 8 rooms going, I'm going to create some sort of travel package. I'm going to send them some sort of swag bag to each of you also on top of getting the prices. And as far as group, does that mean like you have to hang out with each other? Absolutely not. This is your vacation. You do what you want to do on this vacation. If you are interested in hanging out with other people and kind of meeting up with other Canadians, I can kind of ask the other people if they're interested in meeting up. But as far as dining and stuff like that, you guys can be on your own. I can also help out with excursions through project expeditions, maybe try to set up with a hotel, all that fun stuff. So if you have any questions, please reach out. More than happy to discuss this, look at different room categories. So even if you don't want one of my room categories, I can book you anything on the ship. The only problem is that it's going rate, right? It's not that like exclusive pricing. I can still get you that $50 onboard credit additional per room. So this is at least some sort of benefit than booking online or additional benefit. But like if you wanted a suite or anything like that, I can price that out. Also, families of 3, families of 4, solo rooms, right? Sometimes a solo room might actually be better to book 2 in one of the group rates and then just book a solo room because of single supplements. We can talk about that too. So again, my name is Dylan. I am from, let me just change this, Dylan from H2O Escapes. My email is dylan@h2oescapes.ca. You'll see my email in the bottom corner there this way. Any questions, please let me know. Have a good day.